story. So many of them have come to confess to us.
So you want Nnamdi Kanu to be prosecuted?
Hang him. He has to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Whatever the punishment is, he must suffer it. If you don't punish him, we Ndigbo we know how to benefit from things, especially when money is involved. Punish him, you will get no Biafra fraudster anymore. But you free him, you are empowering the rest. You are encouraging them to start there.
Because they know they will be forgiven and they will make money.
Of course. So that's why
before he entered into this agitation, he was living in a one-bedroom. Yeah. Today he's a billionaire living in multi-million. Yes, he now is a wealthy man, enjoying blood of innocent Igbos. Every now and then, every decade, every other 10 years, one criminal will come out and begin to claim he's fighting for Igbos. A lot of young Igbos will be slaughtered, and then they will enjoy upon the blood of these Igbos. And then when there is no consequences, another person will also come back again to start another agitation, because they know there is one thing that is in every Igbo man's heart. That civil war that was fought. Every Igbo man, when he mentions anything about Biafra, it's like you've gotten them. So these criminals, since there is no consequences for their action, they will continue to come, they will continue to recycle, each one will continue to come and make his own money and kill people, and then there will be no consequences. People will come out and gather and say, release him. Then tomorrow another one will still come and still carry the same agenda, and a lot of gullible young people will follow him into the bushes, carry arms to fight the government. At the end of the day, a lot will die out of that, and there will be no consequences. How long are we supposed to continue like this? As in Ndigbo, how long are we supposed to continue to recycle the same thing over and over again? How long? We are tired of this bloodshed in our town. We are tired of not being able to even travel home. We are tired of when you want to travel home, you are looking for security to follow you home in your own hometown. We are tired. So anybody, be you an elite, be you a politician, who is one way or the other calling for the release or the continuity of this atrocity in our land, we say no to it. Yes, we don't want to continue in this trajectory.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Chima Ndimkoha.
Chima
Ndimkoha. I'm from Olu local government area. I'm a businessman whose business has also been destroyed by this activity.
Your own name, your own name, your own name.
This is Harrison. I interview him. His community is well affected.
There's a way I want to, the people who are living in the diaspora that don't know the effect of this thing, who are in the diaspora, some of them have not been home for decades. They will be there and be promoting this nonsense because they have not come home. They don't know what we are facing.
It's okay. Don't want to hold the mic.
Nuisance Lele.
Let's reason together. Okay? He said the atrocities of Nnamdi Kanu has made them not to be able to go back to their homes. Okay? And this is Nnamdi Kanu that is in detention. But do you know that up to this moment, despite the fact that many young people have been accused of being members of ESN, IPOB, and many of them have been locked up in prisons. I'll give you one instance. They raided homes, right, in Imo State, in River State, as well as, I think, the same Abia. They raided homes of people that they suspected to be members of IPOB. That's what they call them. Women. 109 of them. And guess what they did? They took them. They didn't tell their families what they did. They didn't tell their families where they were going, where they were taking them. They took them straight to Suleja prison and they locked them up there for over a year on the accusation of them being members of IPOB. And the first day They appeared when they are, the lawyers were looking for them everywhere. There was no record of them at all until they got a hint that there were some IPOB members taken to Suleja prison. Women, right? So they was, they got there, found them, and found other men too, who were also accused to be members of IPOB, picked up in other parts of eastern Nigeria, in Suleja prison, 114, I think in total. The first day they appeared before the judge was the day they dismissed whatever they called against them. First day, the same day they were dismissed. It's in the news. You can Google it right now. Yeah, do so. Alleged IPOB members locked up in Suleja prison, freed. Court releases IPOB members locked up in Suleja prison. If your criminal politicians in the eastern part of Nigeria, if the federal government of Nigeria is not involved in the insecurity in the eastern part of Nigeria, with the way they are shouting and screaming IPOB, IPOB, at least by now, we probably will be having some IPOB members standing trial, at least in the eastern Nigeria. By now, all these years, all these calls, all these media pictures you have seen, when did you ask them, like, come on, maybe you have been showing us picture of ESN, IPOB this, ESN that, and all of these guys, you've shown their pictures. What happened to their court cases? Why are they not in court? Because you later find out that they were either rival court members or members of the opposing political parties, targeted, profiled, picked up, because they have given them the license to kill. If they kill you, if any of their security guys kill you in the eastern part of Nigeria, whether you are a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, to escape, it will just say that you are a member of IPOB. It's like a license to kill, no probe, no nothing. That's what's going on in the eastern part of Nigeria. So if you can't travel there, you should ask your criminal politicians. You shouldn't put that on Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, his release generally is believed to be a threat to the insecurity they have put up in the eastern part of Nigeria. His release is going to be a threat to it. Expose a lot of things. But they have their courts. They were looking for witnesses of Nnamdi Kanu's supposed crime. Abi, you had the opportunity. Social media can't help me and you. You see what we are doing right now? We are enlightening people who are obviously going to be part and parcel of that protest tomorrow. To make them see reasons why this is not about IPOB. It's not about Biafra. It is about injustice to one person and many others like that. Because it's not about Nnamdi Kanu alone tomorrow. Just so you know. Those of you who have your family members, relatives missing, and you found that they have been locked up somewhere by the police, and because you don't have money, they are languishing somewhere. It is your right to work tomorrow. I'm telling you. Carry their picture. Print a bigger picture of this, your relative, this, your loved ones, killed by Nigeria, incarcerated by a corrupt judicial system, and all of that. Carry them and walk with them tomorrow. Because they want you to believe that this is democracy that you have. It is not. So if politicians are worried that Nnamdi Kanu, if they release him, he's going to say there is no election. Abba, Nnamdi Kanu never forced anybody. So the injustice cannot be sustained and allowed to continue. It's unfair. That's the point.
The honorable member waiting from the same state, and then they call aside people to kill their blood. Some people for Niger Delta, they busy. They kidnap, they put her for Asare head. Release Asare. But how they plan to set me up? How they plan to come kill me? Because of truth why they talk. Waiting then they answer generalization. Because they kill their brother. People they use them to thief. People they use them commit crime, kidnap. Every way they do, they can say, Nnamdi Kanu, no, they kill with the ear. The T-Water, the Amusu of the Cherubim, the General Sabuja, the Kwikwi of the Seraph, at the great honor. This is not the Kalo matter. Why are they stand make them release Nnamdi Kanu? People they use them to thief. People they use them commit crime, kidnap. Everything way they do, they go say Nnamdi Kanu. Bandits they thief. Armed robber, kidnappers, all they go put up on Nnamdi Kanu head. Federal government, are they beg? Make we release and make we see. You can remember that time when Asari did detention. Alhaji Asari Dokubo when they detain them. That's the same thing where they happen now. Some people for Niger Delta, they busy. They kidnap, they put up Asari head, release Asari. But then they make money. They go pay, they go collect. They go kidnap, they go say, we hold this person because of Asari. Release Asari. All no be because of Asari. It's the same thing that way they happen for you. Anambra, Imo State, Enugu, Abia State, all this eastern zone. This country will be Nigeria where God give us. It's too sweet to. I know one wrong going anywhere. Make anybody no scatter for us. You know, see Abia State governor, old farmer, good market women, everybody like her. Governor Oti. Everybody like the man. We need good government, good governors. We need the good leaders. Even light, steady light, we know that. You know, they kill with the ear. Uniform, kill this one. They kill uniform, kill. They kill it, now what with the ear. But how are they plan to set me up? How are they plan to come kill me? Because of truth why they talk. The key one and the key is the sub matter. Rather it is scatter Nigeria. Make on a find way releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Make we see whether in hand they for those bandit thief they commit, they put in name. Insecurity too much for Nigeria. Or everybody, any gathering IPOB, any gathering at Biafra, you don't go well now. The honorable member where they from the same state, and then they call aside people to kill their blood. One day go come up for power. You get what one of my big Okad tell me. He say, again the day he meet Tompolo. Say here Tompolo come they talk. He come they answer. All these boys where they answer general this, commander this, but they answer general this one. Because he kill their brother. See they commit war, crime for community. We they kill ourselves, they answer general. We they kill ourselves, they set ourselves up.
General this, general that, colonel this, simply because you believe that you could kill. Nigeria has become that lawless. Kill and, yeah, you may actually get away with it and all that. If Nnamdi Kanu is involved in the insecurity in eastern Nigeria, release him. Let us find out. Because if to say jailing Nnamdi Kanu is somehow the solution to the agitation and everything that arises after that. Now that has been sort of like it has proven to be, non-effective. Because more and more people continues to what? To demand for something better in their own way. Tifnumbu and his gang were once paraded as, persona non gratas, simply because of their demand for true federalism. They say true federalism, return back to democracy, regionalism, 1963 Republican Constitution, all those kind of talks that some people believe are talks that will divide Nigeria. So most of these guys had to run to the exile themselves. Now they have power. They have the power to implement every idea they once put in our heads. Me, I was a little boy when I've been thinking about the Western region, the old Western region, because they put all of that in my head. So when this guy started saying, that's what Nigeria needs, that's what Nigeria deserves, and all of that. So when I was in my secondary school, I had to go to where I was in the art class, so I had to study government, with all my heart, to understand all kind of government, forms of government, with good examples, with good textbooks to actually prepare you. Military had to go. When the civilians are in charge, people can have conversation. They can have disagreements in such a way that no matter how heated it gets to, it means that you are going to lose your liberty. Freedom of speech means that you can say anything, anytime, even if you are defaming anybody. There is also a part of the law that deals with that. Do you understand? Without any form of impunity, abuse of power, or this thing, right? But because that is the Nigeria they put in place, whether not military, whether not civilian, or you name it anything, until this contraption is renegotiated, broken apart from what these guys have put together, you will continue to have the same kinds of governments, disguised as whatever they want to disguise it as. Unitary, obviously, unitary system, where all the power is derived from not just the center, from one man, the head, a kind of fascism or something, right? So, release him. Let us find out if truly he is the one, and also maybe let us find out those behind. Everybody wants things to be all right. It's obvious that the military presence, DSS, and all the security guys' presence in Eastern Nigeria is never to make the Eastern Nigeria peaceful. It is to keep it boiling, economically unviable, right? So that they can blame Nnamdi Kanu. So and the same Nnamdi Kanu says, if I am out of here in 5 minutes, all this nonsense will stop. They say, no, he's lost control. He doesn't control them anymore. So he should be there and all that kind of talks. This group explain why tomorrow is very important and why, if you are in Abuja, it will be such a great honor to have you mark with us tomorrow.
Welcome to this World Press Conference titled Okad Declaration 2025. Demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other urgent matters. A passionate appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic. We, the Ohaneze Ndigbo Worldwide Forum of State Presidents, rising from a crucial meeting held on the 17th day of October 2025, here in Okad in Anambra State, make an Okad Declaration 2025 via a demand and passionate appeal to His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our dear President and Father of our nation, that one, we make a safer soul demand today for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without further delay by way of this passionate appeal to His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Father of our nation, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As long as Nnamdi Kanu remains unjustly in prison, to us as Ndigbo, all Igbos are in jail. We beg you, Mr. President, to do this just one thing for Ndigbo. Look away from any sentiment and release Nnamdi Kanu to us and let Ndigbo have peace. That our dear President should also order the immediate and unconditional release of all Ndigbo in their numbers languishing in various detention facilities across Nigeria as a result of the struggle, including innocent victims of the Oyibo incidents in Rivers State. We are ready to partner His Excellency Mr. President on all issues to restore order and justice in Igbo land. While we once more appreciate Mr. President's establishment of the Southeast Investment Company as well as the Southeast Development Commission, we strongly urge Mr. President to evince his patriotic spirit that he is known for by taking extraordinary... Let me take that line again. While we once more appreciate Mr. President's establishment of the Southeast Investment Company as well as the Southeast Development Commission, we strongly urge Mr. President to evince his patriotic spirit that he is known for by taking extraordinary intentional steps to fully incorporate and integrate Ndigbo in the governance of Nigeria to give them the fullest sense of their Nigerianness in every sense of the word, particularly in the mainstream of the economic and political inclusiveness. This is because we too are Nigerians, and more critical infrastructure projects should be sited in our land. We commend Mr. Governor, His Excellency Professor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State, for his patriotism in always creating the enabling environment for legitimate Igbo advocacy. We also commend His Excellency Right Honorable Francis Nwifuru, Governor of Ebonyi State, for his enormous support for Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide, and the state chapter, along with his brother governors from the zone, urging them to go the extra mile to do the needful. In doing so, we place an inexcusable demand on all political leaders of Igbo extraction to rise and advance the release of Nnamdi Kanu and others as a national priority as a way of restoring confidence, peace, and tranquility across Igbo land. We declare that any Igbo person working very hard behind the scene to frustrate the release of Nnamdi Kanu and others, you know yourselves, count yourselves as enemies of Ndigbo. You shall be put to shame. By this declaration, we commend the Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide national leadership under the fatherhood of Senator John Azoda Mbata for reinforcing the Igbo spirit of unity, peace, under his watch, and we